Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here. We're off for a small little update video. I'm going to try and keep it short because I've got a lot on my mind about this. But it was announced halfway through March and now it's the 2nd of May. Something major's happened on YouTube that's not exactly good. And I would put a little button down here to skip this, but I'm not going to drone on too long anyway because I can't do that. And the reason why is because of this. The ability to add or edit annotations was removed on the 2nd of May. You can only delete existing annotations. Basically what this means is that, well, obviously from what you can read on screen here, halfway through March they announced that this was going to be happening and everyone questioned why the hell are they doing this. YouTube once again is taking a step backwards. Instead of making things more compatible, they're just removing only the edit part of the code but leaving the other code there so it doesn't affect older videos. But that's going to affect future videos because you can't use that, and it's also going to affect like creativity, and that's the thing I want to get on with the most about this video. Why is this a change occurring? Because they're outdated. Well, if they're outdated, why don't you update them? There, you just answered your own bloody question, but no, you've gone backwards. Mobile devices, they don't even work. Well, then you should have made them work on mobile devices. I mean, like, they represent 60% of YouTube's watch time. I mean, I do understand that some people, like, you cover the whole screen with an annotation and say, oh, this is an old video, or this is an old channel, please go to my new one, instead of deleting them or updating people properly, and that's why people just click, oh, disable annotations, and people don't notice. But if you're watching, like, a proper LP, and you've got, like, that navigation bar pop down at the top of the video, at the start of the video, or if you have, like, an end card, and images are showing off, like, other videos, they tend you to click them. So you would turn on annotations again so you could click them. But, no. And, yeah, I just think I'll just explain that, because as it's always off, the annotation use has dropped by 70% as creators switch to cards and new end screens. Okay, so let's get that off screen for a moment. Let's talk about that final comment. Annotation usage has dropped to 70% as creators have switched to cards and our new end screens. Cards are pretty cool. They can be used similar to advertise like a channel. Like as soon as someone mentions their name or something, instead of it appearing on screen with like an annotation or something, the card could just pop across the screen, which is the little exclamation mark at the corner, and you could just link them to their channel that way. Because on the end screens you only have 4 elements that you can place. They can be either videos, playlists, or subscribe button for you, or subscribe button slash other channels, and it places their logo in a certain circle to put there. But you can only put 4 elements on screen. If it's a mobile phone, as in if it's a phone video, which is, you know, that resolution and all this bit's black, then you can only put 1 element on, which is why my Pokemon Go videos is only the 1. So yeah, but that means you only have 4 elements for both cards, 4 elements for cards, I believe, and 4 end screen elements. And end screen elements only last for the final 20 seconds of a video, and the video has to be longer than 3 minutes, otherwise you can't use the end screen feature. So let's take all that for a moment. So first of all, in this corner, I have to look at my thing just to make sure, because it's mirrored for me. In this corner, I'm going to pop it up right now, it's an exclamation mark. If you click that, a sidebar will come down, and basically it will have what I put there, and the exclamation mark normally pops on screen when I'm actually mentioning something, so I can set it to do that. And as you can see, in there would be my update video that was to vote for what my next project is, even though obviously I've got most of my resources done for the projects that are preset there, being Zelda A Link to the Past, Four Swords, and Final Fantasy for PSP. You can go to that video and vote. Or I could even have a poll in here, but I'm not going to put a poll here for that vote because that poll is already in that video and it's going to get confusing for me to add them up. So if you can click that video, then click the card in that video to do your vote, that'd be awesome. So yeah, but anyway, enough about that. You can click off that now, because unless you clicked onto it to do your vote, then thank you very much. But you see what I had to do there? I could have just put like a link at the bottom of the screen, just say click here to go to the video, but no, I have to use one of those precious 4 spots for the card. So that's just a thing. So yeah, and because I cannot have annotations, that means I cannot have navigation bars anymore. You remember during our latest projects, being Undertale and Earthbound, or even hell, South Park Stick of Truth, where when we had a split and I had to have different buttons, that was at most 6 buttons. So you can either go to the playlist, or go to the previous episode, or split off to the other version of the previous episode, because, you know, South Park Stick of Truth has that split where it goes different depending on who you join up with and who you fight against. But I can't do that now. You're just going to have to go to the playlist, or at the end card, there's going to have to be 2 elements going forward on both of them, and then 1 element for the playlist, and 1 element for a subscribe button for myself. And there we go. That has already been used, and I'm already being limited. And if you look at some people's graphics for the end card, if you don't put anything behind the regulated spaces that you designate for those end card elements, when people check them on a TV, because remember, TVs can't use annotations, but neither can TVs use end screens, it's just going to look blank. It's going to be like a black screen or a static screen or some little screen with movement, with music playing, but nothing to look at. That's for TV users. That's 20 seconds of nothing. At least when there was an end card there, there's something to look at for people who can't click the annotations. Same goes for mobile devices, because annotations can't work on mobile devices, they can't work on TVs, and they can't work on game consoles. Now, what does that say to the users when YouTube themselves say that annotations are outdated, they don't even work on mobile devices? YouTube or mobile devices have supported use of YouTube since 2006, 7, 8, probably 8, because it's more optimized. But that means they've had almost over 10 years, just almost 10 years, 9 to 10 years, to update annotations and keep them relevant. But no, they just kept them as it was, and now they're removing them 10 years later. Why? They themselves say, why is this change occurring? Annotations are outdated, they don't even work on mobile devices. Well, gee, maybe if you would have actually decided to update them to work on mobile devices, you wouldn't be annoying people and limiting their creativity on a creative platform. That is my biggest gripe. You have, for Let's Plays, you have a navigation bar, but like at the top part of the screen or on the side of the screen or something, like I had with everything since basically halfway through Ocarina of Time, or maybe Let's Play. I wanted to have navigation bars, but I couldn't do it until I upgraded to Sony Vegas, and that was halfway through the project. So there you go. But every other series that had a major kind of thing like that, I went to the trouble of making a navigation bar, and the graphics changed depending on what the series was. It wasn't just generic. Like 3 different boxes and 1 circle to click on. But with the end screen, only the last 20 seconds of a 3-minute plus video, and you pretty much have to work with the room it gives you. You can't make them as small as you want, you can't make them as big as you want. You have set sizes, you can only put them in certain places, and because you would, and instead of just having a black screen, or just having boxes to put to designate places for those elements on an end screen, so it doesn't look boring on a TV, it's just gonna look bland, and it limits your creativity. So I have to go through the trouble to think of a new way on having an end card, so even if it's viewed on a TV, it wouldn't look bad, because annotations don't work on mobile phones, consoles, or TVs. But end screens do work on mobile phones and game consoles, but still not TVs, because you can't click anything on a TV. You don't have a mouse, you don't have a pointer, all you have is directional pad on on a controller. That's it. But there you go. So TVs obviously can't do that, and if you're watching it on a TV, like through a TV's viewer box or something, or through Sky Q or whatever, you're just gonna have a screen to look at. So you would have to think of a way on having a good looking screen for 20 seconds. Which is why my update videos, if you haven't noticed, it doesn't have a static image with things to click on now. It's a moving image of my channel channel banner, saying thanks for watching. But when you're viewing it on a console, mobile phone, or mobile device or desktop, you can actually click on things, and if not, it still looks good on TV. But I can't exactly do the same thing for that for every video. Because I would like to have an image of like the game's artwork for like the final 20 seconds of an episode on a Let's Play, like I've done before. But that's going to be a lot harder to do now. So I had to think of a new template. Now I'm not going to show you my templates for the series that you can go vote for in the card. Yeah, in the card. But I'm going to show you the Pokemon Uranium one, because if you check the previous episodes, there was like a mini, or even my other Nuzlocke videos, there was a little segment on the border saying previous episode, next episode playlist. Obviously, I can't use that method now, so I just said, oh, just wait until the end card and click that thing, because that's what happens. YouTube has messed up my my template, so I had to change it, and I didn't know what to put there, so I just thought, oh, just wait to the end card and you can choose which channel to go to and whatnot, because episode switches to the next. And yeah, so here you go. On screen here is what it looks like, and you can see that it's actually kind of similar to what I had to make for Kieran's own channel end card, because he wanted me to make one just in case, but he hasn't used it yet. But Kieran and I are going to be using this for Uranium, so I can actually show this off, because like I said, he's got the next episode, I've got the episode afterwards. They're both edited, but they just need to be made public. So once he makes his public, mine can be made public, and you can see these end cards in action. Of course, there's no elements on screen right now because I can't use annotations, and we're not at the last 20 seconds of the video yet, so you can see my gripes. And as you can see, it takes up a lot of the screen. I mean, you can't make those elements that much smaller, and like I said, you can only make 4, so I might as well use as much as possible. But as you could see, the two logos, my logo and his logo, are actually on the end card. That's because that if you're looking on a TV, you're not going to see those. You're just going to see a circle. That's it. You're just going to see like where it actually goes, or you're going to see nothing there at all. But so I thought, well, you know what? I'll put that there so that when we put the elements of the end screen on that card, it'll actually be there as well. So you can. It's just like, it's basically an end card, but you also have to have it take up so much room so that the end screen of YouTube's elements can actually work as well and doesn't overlap or anything like that. And there's no templates as far as I can see. You're just going to have to like make one up quickly, upload it as a 3-minute long solitary image, just on private or something, just so you can see how the elements work. Then take a screenshot of that or something stupid and then edit around that. It's annoying. It's just so annoying. And yes, that means today is pretty much rest in peace annotations at this point. I feel like I've been going on for 15 minutes just talking on about this, and I was going to do this for the end of my What's in the Chest video, but I've got other stuff to talk about during that point, so I thought I'll do this for today. But because I'm going to be busy tomorrow getting everything ready for my birthday, which is on the 4th, and then maybe on that day with all my mates around, we could probably record something for the channel anniversary, which is on the 7th. So there you go. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So I hope you enjoy the end screen that's going to be at the end of this video, just like the other update videos that we've had so far, including our Nintendo Switch stuff. Maybe they'll be on the end card. Like I said, I'm limited to what I can put on. I can't put on 5 or 6 like I did last time. I can only have 3 because I still have to have a subscribe button, because that, if I'm not going to put it there, then it's just, it limits creativity on a creative platform. YouTube is a creative platform, and once again they are limiting creativity. Earthbound and Undertale being my latest projects, as soon as I heard that during halfway through March that annotations were going to go away, it pretty much set an unintended deadline for both those projects, which is why I said during the finale of Undertale that I apologise if I was rushing anyone during that point, because I was getting a little worried that, well, I could leave you to do it whenever you want, but if we get too close to the date I may not be able to make annotations, and that will mess up the whole thing, and I'll have to make something completely different for the final episode, and that would be weird, and I'm glad I don't do it for Chaos Edition. But yeah, so rest in peace, Annotations. I enjoyed using you, but now we have to use this. The end card system isn't that bad. It's limited, and compared to Annotations, right now, it don't compare. We need to be able to like make the icons as small as we were able to. But then again, if we're going to go that far, you might as well just keep Annotations anyway. You see the problem here? I've gone on long enough. I'll see you guys in the next episode, or the next video of whatever we do. That'll probably be the What's in Stress Test video, the anniversary video of this channel. It'll probably be Mario Party or something, because it's my 21st birthday. And, yeah, I'll see you for the next project that you guys vote for. And with that, see you guys next time. Rest in peace, Annotations. I will miss you.